weeds to be a public nuisance and to eliminate a nuisance upon private property at several locations throughout the city.
Mr. President, has no one appeared at the public hearing to state that any of these nuisances have been abated? I move that the resolution be passed.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Item number 4, consider resolution 2014-R-90 to declare 5601 Old Beach Road, Irondale, Alabama, 35210 a public nuisance.
As the part of the property by the,
First thing I need to do is to amend the resolution to add those other properties. So I need
if you
somebody-
would state the amendment, I'll be glad to move it.
The amendment is just to add additional properties, 853 North Bragg Drive, Birmingham, Alabama, 35235, 2208 Second Avenue North, Irondale, Alabama, 35210, 309 East Ventura Drive, Birmingham, Alabama, 35235, 512 Conway Lane, Irondale, Alabama, 35210, and 5989 Amber Hills Road, Irondale, Alabama, 35210.
I move that these pieces of property be added to the resolution.
Question. What about Sunny Rock?
That was a separate, James said that was a separate issue.
It's not a weed abatement issue, it's a public health issue.
It's been properly moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Mr. President, I would move for the passage of Resolution 2014-R-90 as amended.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, consider resolution 2014-R-91 to authorize the mayor to contract with Clearwater Solutions for 1 year to manage the water department in an amount not to exceed $113,000.
I make a motion that resolution 2014-R-91 be denied.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Excuse me. You have to make the motion based on what the resolution is. You can vote against it, but that's not the way that the resolution is worded. So you gotta move it the way that it's worded, then you all can vote yea or nay.
Need a motion for resolution 2014-R-91.
They just lost because
They just
nobody
lost.
moved it, so.
No resolution moved. Item number 6, consider ordinance 2014-92 to amend the council operating procedures in ordinance 2008-67.
I make a motion that resolution 2014-92 be read. And people that are not privy to this, to a copy of this resolution need to hear what's in it.
You want it read in its entirety?
Absolutely.
Who's gonna read it, presiding officer?
That's you.
I can read it out. Also, you want to get my copy back, I may need to give you a bottle of water too.
You're not gonna read what I wrote in here, are you?
No, I won't. You want me to read it verbatim?
Leave out the bad words, John.
Okay, I'll take my glasses off so I can see. Okay, to establish the time and place for regular city council meetings, the procedure for call inspection.
To establish the time and place for regular city council meetings, the procedure for calling special meetings, establish a quorum, establish conduct and procedure for council meetings, and amend ordinance number 2008-67. Be it ordained by the City Council of the City of Irondale, Alabama, in a session duly assembled and by authority thereof as follows. General purpose, that the rules and order of procedure herein contained shall govern deliberations and meetings of the City Council of the City of Irondale, Alabama. Date, time, and place of pre-council and regular meetings. Pre-council meetings of the City Council shall be held prior to each regular City Council meeting on the first and third Tuesday of each month, 6 p.m. and regular meetings of the City Council shall be held on the first and third Tuesdays of each month at 7 p.m. in the council chambers of the City of Irondale, City Hall located 101 20th Street in Irondale, unless changed by circumstances, motion, resolution of the City Council. Pre-council meeting, section 3, prior to regular City Council meeting that established in section 2 herein, City Council shall have a pre-council meeting of a quorum present to discuss agenda items for the regular City Council meeting. Following pre-council meeting, discussion of agenda items prior to the regular scheduled City Council meeting at the discretion of the presiding officer, and with time permitting, the public in attendance will be permitted to ask one question on agenda items only. The question and answer session will be limited to 2 minutes and will be answered by the mayor, council members, committee chair, professional consultant, and sponsor of said agenda items unless deferred to another person to respond. No follow-up or second question by the same person on the same agenda item or another agenda item will be permitted unless all other persons with questions on agenda items have an opportunity to ask their question. At no time shall a question or answer period during the pre-council meeting approach on the time of the regular City Council meeting. Special meeting.
Can you please read that such that we can understand? Would you?
Yell out louder.
Would you please read that so that we can hear it as it prepared? Can you please use a mic? I could hear him, but I can't hear you, and you're just rattling it off. Please?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
It's ridiculous.
Special meetings may be held at the call of the mayor and the presiding officer by serving written notice not less than 24 hours before the time of said section meeting, or a special meeting may be held as provided by Alabama Code 114350. Whenever 2 council members making a request shall have the right to call such meeting. Special meetings may be held without furnishing a 24-hour written advance notice of one notice cannot be given due to emergency circumstances requiring immediate action to avoid physical injury to persons or damage to property. Or 2, if the meeting is held solely to accept the resignation of a public official or employee. However, notice must be posted at least 1 hour before the meeting starts. The mayor, presiding officer, and all members of the City Council shall first sign a waiver that waives any and all notices of the time and place of the special meeting prior to commencing or transacting any business. Only those items of business for which the special meeting is convened shall be voted upon at said special meeting. All written notices and waivers shall state the specific purpose of such special meeting. Public meetings. All meetings of the City Council shall be open and public, except that executive sessions may be held by the City Council as authorized by the state law. Quorum. The attendance of 3 members of the City Council at any regular or special meeting is necessary to constitute a quorum. Presiding officer. A. Section 7A. The president of the council, or in his absence, the president pro tem shall preside over regular, special, and call meetings of the council in the absence of the president and president pro tem at the hour appointed for each meeting. The city clerk or his assistant shall call the council to order, whereupon a temporary chairman shall be elected by the members of the council president. Upon approval of the president or president pro tem, temporary chair shall relinquish the chair upon the conclusion of business immediately before the council. The presiding officer shall observe strict order and decorum in all meetings of the council. The presiding officer of the council shall use Robert Rules of Order, revised as a guide for the conduct of all meetings of the council. He shall state every question given before the council, direct the clerk to call roll, and record vote on all matters in which the recording of yeas and nays is required by law. With respect to which any councilman request should such recording announce the decision of the council on all subjects and decide on questions of order. However, any council member may appeal any ruling to the council in which the event of majority vote of the council shall govern and conclusively determine the ruling of appeal. He shall vote on all questions, and on questions upon which the vote is recorded, his name shall be called last. Council president shall be authorized to approve this group on travel outside the city of Irondale, for which reimbursement will be sought for council members and staff, which is expenditure over and above the budget amount for each council member, subject to the council's existing financial policies. All requests shall be made in writing and shall state the benefit of such travel to the city. Authorization on request shall be in writing. Any request which is denied may be appealed to the full council at a regular meeting thereof. The subsections shall not cover funds appropriated by state law to each council member for in-city expenses. Council President shall, in accord with state law, recommend to the full council for its approval the yearly expense allowance of council members for the purpose of attending business of the city within corporate limits and during the year any adjustments or changes thereto. Council President shall be authorized to implement policy, procedures, and methods to provide security for council offices and council chambers, provide any council member may appeal any such policy. Procedural methods to the council, which event or majority vote of the council shall govern and conclusively determine such security policy and procedural method. Attendance. Section 8. City clerk and department head or their designees of the city of Irondale shall attend all meetings of the council and shall remain a council member for such length of time as council may direct. Personal service contract professionals shall only be required to attend meetings of the council when specifically requested. The requested attendance of said professional chairman shall be no more frequent than every 3 months unless certain events or actions require more frequent attendance. When requested to attend, every effort will be made to excuse said professional from the meeting at the earliest possible time. Section 9. Attendance at the regular session of city council meeting is compelled pursuant to the Alabama Code 11-43-51 and or council may impose a fine of $50 to $100 for any failure of the mayor or council members to attend, except in cases of sickness or extended illness. Agenda, Section 10. Any person, firm, partnership, corporation, association, or other entity desiring to have city council formally consider the matter to address the city council at a regular meeting must first make written request or application with the city council administrative assistant by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, preceding the city council meeting on the following Tuesday. The purpose of such written request or application is to provide members of the city council with advance notice of presentation and afford them an opportunity to study and investigate the matter prior to the meeting. Presiding officer shall determine if the matter should be considered an agenda item or if it can be properly presented on the public comments to the council. Any person, firm, partnership, corporation, association, or any other entity desiring to make a presentation to the city council at regular or pre-council meeting must first make a written request or application with the city council administrative assistant by 5 p.m. on Tuesday preceding the city council meeting on the following Tuesday. The purpose of such written request or application is to provide members of the city council with advance notice of presentation and then afford them an opportunity to study and investigate the matter prior to the meeting. Section 11. The city council may waive the requirement of such written request application based on emergency, time-sensitive decision requirements, monetary sensitive decision requirements, and the public interest may require it, or to congratulate, commend, acknowledge, or award an individual. Association group provide, however, that such waiver shall be approved by a majority vote of those city council members present at the meeting. City council may waive the requirement of written request to make a presentation to the council, provided that such waiver shall be approved by a majority vote of those city council members present at the meeting. Section 12. Any council member desiring to have the city council formally consider a matter shall submit the proposed agenda item and supporting documentation to the city council administrative assistant by 5 p.m. on Tuesday, preceding the city council meeting on the following Tuesday. If necessary, a work session will be held on Thursday, preceding the city council meeting on the following Tuesday in order to discuss proposed agenda items. Any council member desiring to have a person, firm, partnership, corporation, association, or any other entity making a presentation to the city council shall submit the name, subject matter, presentation of the council administrative assistant by 5 p.m. on a Tuesday preceding the city council meeting on the following Tuesday. City council may waive the requirement of such request or application in cases of emergency, time-sensitive decision requirements, monetary sensitive decision requirements, and public interest may require it, or to congratulate, commend, acknowledge, or award an individual, association, or group, providing, however, that such waiver shall be approved by the majority vote of those city council members present at the meeting. City council may waive the requirement of such request to make a presentation to the council, providing that such waiver shall be approved by the majority vote of those city council members present at the meeting. Section 13. City council admin assistant shall receive agenda items from the city council members and shall prepare a list of agenda items. The city clerk shall prepare an agenda according to the order of business, followed by the council, and furnish each member of the city council, mayor, city attorney, department heads with a copy of such agenda, post a copy of the agenda in city hall, together with copies of matters to be presented at the extent that such copies are available prior to the regular special call council meeting as far as in advance of the meeting at time for preparation will permit. Each agenda item shall bear the name of the council person, mayor, city clerk, department head, city attorney, committee board, and other person or entity sponsoring a proposed said item. Section 410, any matter as set out in the foregoing paragraph of this ordinance, which is submitted at noon on Thursday, Friday, which regularly scheduled city council meetings, should not be made a part of the council agenda unless said matter falls within the expectation included by section 11, period. Section 15, the agenda shall be approved by majority vote of city council members present prior to the commencement of deliberation of the agenda, approved agenda matters. Section 16, there may be allotted maximum 30 minutes after council approval of the evening agenda for any citizens or other party in interest to present comments to the council on any matter appearing on the approved agenda, subject to the discretion of the presiding officer. Public participation may be terminated at the discretion of the presiding officer or upon motion of a council person approved by the majority of the council members present. In the event an agenda matter has been or will be the subject of a public hearing, no further comments will be taken concerning the matter during this time allotted. No party may speak more than once on any matter without the consent of the presiding officer or upon motion of a council member and approved by a majority vote of the council members present. Public comments shall be limited to 2 minutes per individual speaker. Section 17. Comments of the public prior to the adjournment is an opportunity for the public to inform the council of matters the public is concerned about, action desired, conditions or situations existing in the city which the public feels the council should be aware of and consider addressing. If the party is seeking information, they shall be advised by the mayor, city clerk, and a member of the council how it may be obtained through the city clerk's office. The presiding officer may appoint individual committees to consider investigating and report back to the council on any matter which he deems appropriate, or upon request to the presiding officer by a member of the city council. Public comment shall be limited to 2 minutes per individual speaker. Order of business, section 18. Order of business shall be as follows: invocation, pledge of allegiance, call to order, roll call, approval of minutes, prior meeting, approval of current bills for payment, reports from consultants, professional, mayor reports, announcement, recognition of special guests, report of city departments and report their representatives, report of council members, standing committees, special committees, if any, reports of board, non-council committees, approval of council agendas, public comments on agenda items, deliberation on agenda matters, public comments to the council, and then adjournment. Motions. All questions or orders shall be decided by the presiding officer with the right to appeal by the city council or any member. The presiding officer may, at his discretion, call any members to take the chair, allowing him or her to address the city council, make a motion, or discuss any other matter or issue. Motions to reconsider must be by a member who voted with the majority in that same or next succeeding meeting of the council. Motions to lay any matter on the table shall first be in order, and on all questions, the last amendment, most distant day, and the largest sum shall be first put. A motion for adjournment shall always be in order. Unless otherwise stated, the latest edition of our rules of order shall govern the conduct of the meeting of the city council, and not provided herein. Ordinance and resolutions. Section 20. All ordinance and resolutions shall be in title. The ordinance and resolution intended to be a permanent operation shall be adopted by the city council at the same meeting at which it is introduced, unless unanimous consent of those present is given for immediate consideration of such ordinance and resolution. Such consent to be shown by a roll call vote, second by yeas and nays, and the names of the members voted shall be entered upon the minute. And no ordinance or resolution intended to be a permanent operation shall become a law, unless, on its final passage of a majority of 4 members elected to said city council of the city of Irondale, Alabama, shall vote in its favor. C. All ordinances, resolutions, and other propositions submitted to the city council which require the expenditure of funds shall lie over until the next regular meeting, provided that such ordinances, resolutions, and propositions may be considered earlier by unanimous consent of the city council, and provided further that this rule should not apply to the regular salaries of officers or wages or health benefits of employees of the city, which have previously been approved as specific budgeted items. All ordinances and resolutions intended to be a permanent operation shall be subject to laws of the state of Alabama. All ordinances and resolutions voted on by the city council of the city of Irondale, Alabama, shall have names of the members among their respective votes entered upon the minutes. Suspension of rules. The rules of the council may be suspended by a vote of 2/3 of the members present.